All right, we're back, guys, and
Welcome
we're going to
back.
talk some NFL news. I got a very angry Jets fan to my left over here.
It's I knew they were gonna lose, even though on another show I picked them to win because false hope and why not. But it's just pathetic. At least try, Like normally, like each week, there's something that like you can pinpoint that go wrong, right? You know what I mean? Like you pinpoint that like sometimes like the quarterback the defense didn't play well today, or like that. I'm like this is nothing to do with the Jets. Like it's just an example. Like the defense didn't play well today. Maybe the offense should be a little bit better. If the offensive line didn't do too well today, maybe the quarterback didn't play too well. Maybe the wide receivers dropped passes. Maybe they didn't establish the running game. And that's fine if there's one thing that leads to a loss, because that means you can adjust on that next week and see where you go from there. But in a week, everything went wrong. Everything that went wrong could have went wrong. Sam Darnold played like garbage. It couldn't like the only person that played well was Le'Veon Bell, and he couldn't even establish himself because they were down the whole game. So why would you run the ball if you're down the whole game, right?
Right.
Adam Gase called a very poor game. He had no offensive creativity. He did not prepare the team well enough. The offensive line couldn't block anything. Sam Darnold could not recognize a blitz to save his life. The defense wasn't even that good today. They got picked apart. Granted, they were on the field a lot, but they still got picked apart. They let Tom Brady drive on the field each and every time, which obviously is hard to do.
Hold up, Dan. Let me interrupt you real quick. Just to clarify what he's talking about in case you guys didn't know. The Jets lost 33-0 on Monday Night Football.
Despicable.
Okay, Dan, continue.
It was the worst. This is worse than the Buffalo game to me. Do you remember that game? That Thanksgiving? This was more humiliating then than now. Granted, because this year, like, you're coming off a win. You're so excited. They always manage this. Like people are calling for everything to be changed up and stuff like that, and like at this point, I don't even know where to go because everything looked terrible. And I can't even say injuries because we had a healthy team. Everyone that's important except for the tight end Herndon. I don't know if he played or not, but it didn't even matter. Like Chris Herndon, really, he's gonna make the difference? Really? Like it's ridiculous. And I don't know. Even special teams wasn't good. They fumbled. They muffed the punt. Remember that?
Yes.
They muffed the punt.
What I will say though is your punter is elite.
Yeah, he's always elite. He's got a lot of practice over the past couple of years.
He was trying to change the field the best he could. The rest of your team was not doing it.
Not doing it. It's just pathetic. Like absolutely pathetic. It's just sad to see because it's so much like they always find a way. I always tell myself before the season, don't get consumed with the false hope because they're going to disappoint you. And every single year they find a way to rope me in. And what did they do this time? They wrote me in after the Cowboys game, and now they. The only thing I can say though is that the schedule does get lighter from this week on.
Well, that's more chance for them to disappoint you, though.
Exactly.
Is it not?
And that's how they wrote me in yet again.
Well, I mean, I did warn you that they were going to get destroyed, but you didn't listen. You're like, oh no, they're not going to lose by 10 plus.
They're not.
They're definitely winning by 10 plus.
I don't know. Another thing too, while we're on the Jets, Sam Darnold. Stop throwing off your back foot. Set your freaking feet, please. Set your feet. You're not Aaron Rodgers. You're not Patrick Mahomes yet. You're not one of those guys just yet. I'm not saying you're going to be one of those guys at all, but I'm not saying you're not in that level where you're good enough to just like throw off your back foot like that and try to finesse a pass. The one thing I will say is the one pick he threw to, like, remember though, it was in the end zone. Right. Demaryius Thomas ran the wrong route.
Yes.
Yeah, that was not Donald's fault. I feel like that would have been a better placed ball. I don't even think it would have been picked.
It might have been a better placed ball, but I don't know if you could say it wouldn't have been picked. It's still, he threw it into double coverage. Even if the route was correct, there were still two Patriots over there. It was still the incorrect decision.
It's just not.
And he also threw it off his back foot again, even if the ball was placed correctly.
It's just sad because, and also the NFL. Why would you allow the NFL to play the audio of a mic'd up quarterback that's clearly frustrated, not having a good day? That is not good. Le'Veon Bell is right about that. You cannot do that. It's not fair. It's insulting to the quarterback. Now everyone's making fun of him for seeing ghosts when he's just clearly frustrated. It's just not fair. Like you're a frustrated quarterback. You shouldn't show that. The fact that he didn't curse his head out is ridiculous. It's incredible how he kept his composure. Well, not kept his composure, but like didn't curse and all that stuff. Like he didn't like he like I would have like been screaming curse words all the time if I was throwing interceptions like he did.
Right. I mean, they do tell you when they mic you up. They say try to watch your mouth when you're playing the game.
Yeah, like
but
sometimes
still,
the emotions will get the best.
Yeah,
of you.
emotions
And so
do
the
get
fact
the
that he
best of you. And also the defense of the Patriots. Let me just get this straight. With Bill Belichick is absolutely elite.
It's
so
incredible.
it could be very well like seeing ghosts on the defense. You have no idea what it looks like.
We don't know how good the defense is just yet because they haven't played anyone. But
right.
I mean, their defense obviously it looks fantastic, and it's clearly right now, like you probably say, it's the best football. But they haven't played anyone yet. The only competition that they've had is the Bills.
Right, but they did take care of them too, and their defense was great against them as well. Their offense struggled, but their defense.
That's because the
great.
Bills. We both think the Bills are good.
So. The Bills are a very good team.
They almost lost. They almost lost to the Dolphins, but the tanks keep rolling in Miami. So.
I mean, I wouldn't say almost lost. They were down. They were trailing, but I wouldn't say almost lost because that fourth quarter was not close.
How do you score a touchdown on an onside kick? How do you do that? Well, how do you let that happen? That's the definition of tanking. The tank is in.
No more was. It was not more clear when they went for 2 against the Washington Redskins.
They're fully on tanking. They're
tanking.
Embracing the tank. I love it, but
I hate it. I hate people who tank.
That's funny. I can't wait. I really hope the Bengals don't win a game until week 16, so you get another ultimate.
Is that when they're playing the?
That's Dolphins Bengals.
Week 16.
Week 16. So they have.
Is that the second to last week?
Yeah, we could have 2 0-14 teams playing against each other.
Wow.
For the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
I hope it happens. That'd be crazy.
I mean, not to get like out of sport here, but I hate teams who tank. And a great example why I hate teams who tank: Houston Astros. Hate teams who tank.
Absolutely, it works. You can't deny the fact.
I mean, it works for them, but I mean, they're also becoming one of the most hated franchises in baseball
because
right
they're
now.
winning now.
Not just that. Most of the players are nasty on their team. I mean, Altuve's a good guy, but
there's a couple of good guys on that team.
Yeah, but anyway, not to get off topic because that's MLB, but I just want to put that in there.
And also, we just got a notification that
Pat Mahomes might play this Sunday.
He would not rule out.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Let the guy rest, please.
This is exactly why.
I don't know what's with teams and trying to rush back players from injuries. It's ridiculous. Outside of sport again, Durant with the Warriors, they rushed him back, and now look what happens. Saquon Barkley as well. I don't know if the Giants rushed him.
No, the Giants did not rush him.
They let him.
He could have came back.
He could have came back, and they did.
So I think they did a good job.
They did that.
It's one of the rare good things that the Giants have done this year. But yes, that was one of them.
Why rush him back? Did you guys not do you know what happens when you rush back an injury? You can make it worse.
Right.
It's just basic.
And Andy Reid, this is the difference between a good and a great coach. Which I think he's a good coach. He's not a great coach. This is the difference between a good regular season and a championship. You take the loss to the Packers, it's fine. You're still 4-3. You'll still be first place in your division. Maybe rest him for 2 weeks, maybe. Whatever the injury needs, you'll still be in first place. You'll be fine when he comes back. He's going to be a much more healthier quarterback.
You'll be in the playoffs if you rest him a couple weeks.
Right. That's exact, and then he'll be elite in the playoffs, and then you'll have a chance to win a Super Bowl. If he's not 100%, the Chiefs have no chance of winning Super Bowl. And Andy Reid has to understand this. Every year he does the same thing in the playoffs.
No, the last year wasn't his fault. That was a great game.
Fair enough, but he still lost the game, and he still has. Did he have a Super Bowl appearance? Yeah, he had one Super Bowl appearance, but he lost in it
to the Patriots again.
To the Patriots. So he has a clear history of getting dominated by Belichick, which a lot of people do, but. He's got to find a way. The Chiefs have a team that is good enough to beat the Patriots. The Patriots are not. I wouldn't say.
I don't know if they do actually.
I mean,
that defense is so bad.
Okay, the defense is bad. Yeah, fair enough. But I would argue that the Patriots, they haven't played anybody yet. The only team they played that was good was the Bills, and their offense didn't look good.
You're right.
The offense did not look good.
The Bills' defense is also it's
good.
To me, it's top 5 in the league.
That's fair, but would you not say the Chiefs' offense is top 5 in the league?
With Patrick Mahomes, it's top 1.
Top 1.
Top 1.
So they got to be a Super Bowl contender, and I think they are. If not more talented, they're as talented as the Patriots. The Patriots have Bill Belichick, a head coach. That might be the difference, and that's what I'm saying for Andy Reid. I
agree. It's I don't know. I hate when players try to rush back from injuries because it's not going to do anything. That's why I'll get to this when we talk about basketball, I guess. It's not going to come up in the argument, but I don't care. No, never mind. I digress. It's about Oladipo. He said he's patient, and like I'm just happy that he's not rushing it back. Got nothing to do with football, but just saying that's what maybe you should take some advice and not rush your players back or not want to get back as soon as possible. Just take your time.
Right, I 100% agree. If I see Patrick Mahomes playing this Sunday, that's gonna because I like Patrick Mahomes as a player.
Everyone, who doesn't?
There's Chargers fans.
Yeah, Chargers.
The 25,000 of them, and whoever's else in that division, Broncos. I'm sure the Raiders don't like him either.
But he's like a likable guy though. Like,
He is, but like
I guess you don't like the. It's like you don't like.
I mean,
the
there's always
player.
likable guys, but like if you're on a team that somebody hates, it doesn't matter. Like in my opinion, I'm still gonna hate the guy.
Like you'll hate it. Will you hate him on and off the field, or just on the field?
No, probably on the field.
Like
But
off the field, like you.
off the field, I'm fine. Like for example, like on the Cowboys, like Sean Lee, hate him on the field, but I mean off the field, he's a good guy. So
Yeah.
like I have nothing wrong with
That's
him.
kind of like I guess how I felt with David Ortiz.
David Ortiz too. That's a
Like-
good example.
Like
too.
you love him hate him on the field because he killed you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I love him off the field, but I don't hate him.
He's like especially in the booth now. He's so funny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, with A-Rod.
with A-Rod,
How
that's a good-
hypocritical is that? But
that's a good booth.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I hope I hope they don't rush him back. I don't think he'll play because I think they're doing the same thing. Remember when like they didn't rule out Barkley for that 1 week until like Friday?
yeah, that's fair enough.
So
but
I don't think he'll play, but like,
I
the fact
don't-
that he's not ruled out yet after saying it's going to take him 3 weeks to recover.
yeah, I don't know. I don't trust the Chiefs. I'm starting to trust the Chiefs training staff less and less as the weeks go by.
Yeah, no. That's another thing with the Yankees. Get training staff because everyone got hurt.
Yeah, I don't know if you can blame them for that though.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know.
injuries happen.
Yeah, that's
Injuries
also.
happen.
I've been going off topic a lot. That's my ADD.
I mean,
It's my
yeah,
ADD
I went off
talking.
topic once too, and I guess I started going off topic,
Yeah.
but
That's my ADD talking. But
yeah, but listen, to talk about my Giants a little bit, I'm not as mad over here as Danny about my Giants. I mean, I was obviously wrong. I had them at my first power rankings. I had them at 12. Now I have them at 25, which is probably more respectable among
That's probably where
From-
that's where I have them at this point. And,
Right.
like, the Jets are probably at like 28.
28. That's exactly where I have them actually.
I don't know. I
So-
didn't do the reason why we're not doing them. I didn't have time to do this week. I was really busy with homework, so I just didn't
Right.
have time.
So I just did them anyway just to
Yeah.
see where
I'll
I
have
my
them. I'll,
teams.
I'll update them for next week. We didn't do them 2 weeks ago because it was just a crazy week. This week, this is on me. I just didn't have the time to do it. I had to get some work done.
Right.
I'm still getting some work done. That's what I was doing before. But
I mean, the top teams are still the same in my
yeah, no, like this
opinion.
week-
Like the Patriots, the
Patriots,
49ers.
Niners.
I mean, I had the Bills. I don't know if you had the Bills. And then the
like
Saints
Steelers,
and
not the Steelers.
I was like the
Saints.
Steelers, the Saints and the Packers. Those are
The
those are
top
6.
5 teams, like they didn't
Yeah.
really, that's the important thing. The top 5 teams. I guess like the Seahawks moved down a bit.
And Seahawks had to
The
move
Bears
down.
also moved down a lot again.
Yes. Oh, and the Eagles. Don't get me
The
started on the
Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That was a disappointing showing.
That was absolutely horrific. And especially since Doug Peterson came out and said, we are going to win today. So I'm
That's-
like, all right, the Eagles are going to win. The coach guaranteed a win. Nope.
Nope.
Did not
I
happen.
don't know. Like that's the second time too that they said, "Oh, we're gonna win this game. We got this," and they just didn't. Like against the Vikings, they said, "Oh, we got this easy win for like Zach Brown." They said like, "Ah, it's the easy win. We got this." He got cut the next day, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, see,
but-
they had the mistake of again, Kirk Cousins against 500 or below teams is absolutely unbeatable almost. Whereas if
Well, now-
they were over
I
500,
mean, the Vikings are like 5-2 now, right?
yes, they are. But when they played the Eagles, I'm talking about the team they're playing.
Oh,
When the
okay.
Eagles were at 500, they were 3-3 when they played
Dallas.
the Vikings.
They were.
Oh, sorry, when they played the Eagles, or were they 3-2?
No, they were 3-2.
Oh, see, Kirk Cousins is
Kirk
defying the odds. See,
Yeah,
that is a good call then. I would have called it out too because Kirk Cousins against
Against
above 500 teams is like 10-29 in his career.
That was pretty sure that was like his 6th win against the above 500 team.
That might even he might be worse than 10-29. I don't know, but I know it was awful. I
It-
mean, but
And then anything 500 and below is just like anything 500 and below, like he's dominant.
Right.
He's
But
crazy.
they should have also been aware too, though, that Kirk Cousins, a lot of those games that he plays against 500 teams or above are in primetime games, which that was not a primetime game. It was at 1:00.
That's fair. You know what another thing too is? It's one thing if people like me, you, and like let's say Stephen A for an example, like they say like you have to get it done. You're not playing well. It's one thing if guys like that say that because they're not playing against us. We're just to them we're just outside noise, and that's fair.
Right.
It's another thing if the team that you're playing against the next week has a player talking smack, because do you know what that does to you? It ignites a fire.
It does.
It gets you angry, and remember when Jalen Ramsey last year was talking smack about all like he said like Josh Allen is awful. He's just not a good quarterback, and then Josh Allen he lit him up. Right. You don't talk. That's why I love trash talk, but I don't do it. That's why I don't do it because I know it never works out. It's never going to work out for you.
I would have to agree. I only trash talk after the result. I never trash talk before the result. I don't care how people. I don't care how that sounds.
No, during and before, during and after is fair. Like not before.
Right.
Like you can say like if you make if it's like a close game, you make a nice play, you could be like, yeah, catch that next time or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
Like, you can talk during that.
And the fact that his own receivers called him out as well, Kirk Cousins.
That like,
helped. Yo, listen, bro. He basically said another word. He's like, bro, I got you. Just throw the ball deep. Me and Diggs got you. And then it's always been doing, and it's been working. So,
and then like I'm just happy. Like I'm happy that as I like the Vikings. I don't hate them, but so like I'm good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the Vikings. They make quick work of the Giants usually, but
they did last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, and they usually do at their stadium. We never beat them, so
school.
Yeah, so I'm not crazy about the Vikings, but I don't hate them, and I've never hated Kirk Cousins. I always thought he was like kind of a joke, but like
he's like you said like you hate it, like you didn't.
Yeah, he was like I said he's a garbage time QB, and I still think he is, but he might be proving me wrong soon if he keeps doing stuff like he's doing recently.
Let's see what happens. I always thought like he was good, but he's just on the Redskins, and then last year he proved me wrong in the opposite way because he was not good last year, and he was on a better team. He had all the weapons.
Right, and they didn't even make the playoffs.
Exactly. All right, anything else you want to say before we close this out?
Who are the Jets playing this week?
Don't tell me. It's gonna make me. I think they're playing the Ravens. No, they're not playing.
I was actually asking an honest question. I was just gonna wish you guys good luck.
We'll need more than luck. Where are they playing? Oh, they're playing Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville. Yep.
Okay, we don't need that. I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
Yeah, that's probably a loss. I mean, Jacksonville's better than the Giants are, and I think the Giants are better than the Jets.
We'll find out. We'll find out in a couple weeks.
We will find out all of this.
I'm just gonna say this too. I will be so mad if the Jets lose that game. Not because I expect them to win or like it's a bad loss. Just that I live with like half of how many of us are no Sweeter Giants fans? Like all of you guys except for me and Ricky.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
So.
And Ricky's irrelevant to Sweet.
No, I don't. He's not. You gotta take that back. Ricky, we love you. Don't worry. Take that back. All right. Yep. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We're not going to have – it's not a debate for basketball. It's just a discussion. I call it a discussion, not really a debate. Because we were arguing about it, but I don't want to argue about it. I just want to, discuss.
Yeah, we got the argument out, so our opinions are clear where they stand.
So and we know it's not going to go.
I'm just going to state what my opinion is,
and we'll move on. But
we will move on.
We'll discuss the NBA because it's back, and I'm just so happy. Yeah. I'm so happy that it's back. I love the NBA. The Heat play tonight. But yeah, we'll be back to talk NBA basketball for the first time this year. We'll take a break.